Hello, people in the house all doing today. Today we're talking about property prices. So basically buying a house or renting a house in Ireland especially, because renting or buying a house, as everybody knows, is a ridiculous task nowadays, and it's hard to get a mortgage out of any bank. It was easier in back before 2008. It was easier. You could get a loan. You can get everything nearly from the bank back then, but now it's very hard to get a loan or to get yourself established. I noticed the first buyer scheme or whatever, they can't remember what they call it. But it is ridiculous. Like prices in Dublin and Cork and Galway, all the major cities, Limerick too, Waterford, Wexford, all the major cities. Even if you go to the Athlone and Lockford, the loads of big prices. Like it's ridiculous how much you pay for a rented flat with only a bathroom and a small room, basically a kitchen pressed in with a sitting room, and it's just ridiculous. Like I know a person in Cavan, and so Cavan town's here, just about near the Mead borders of Virginia. So and they're paying 17,000 wet a year for their house, which is ridiculous. I don't know how much that adds up a week, but they said to me it's 17,000 a year, and they're going to college. They're going to college. They're going from Virginia. They're getting on the 109 bus to Dublin to college. I think they're studying in Trinity College. Like it's ridiculous how much they have to pay in this. Brooklyn, literally, they have to. Like they took loans out of the bank, but they said they would have to break their neck to pay them back. Like they weren't taken at the time when they got the loans, and they probably will have to rob a bank or something to repay it. But the thing is, and they asked me, and the reason why I want to make this video too is just if you want to buy a house or wet the house, even wetting the house is terribly bad. Even buying a house in Dublin is, you might as well just forget about it. Forget about Cork. They're saying just forget about buying a house, because unless you're willing to empty out your bank account for the last thing to be left is spiders in it. Well, for a Cavan man, that's easy to say, because I think the bank account's already empty, but it's in the safe in the back of the house. That's no, sorry, all jokes aside, but it is really hard, and I really say to people, if young couples and first time buyers scheme, that's what I was looking for beforehand. To go to another country, that's basically what I'm trying to say. Is really find yourself in America or Denmark or any other countries. Like make yourself something. Like go to Denmark and become an IT specialist in computers, and you're an expert in computers, and you have a stable amount of money when you leave Denmark to come back to Ireland, if you do wish to come back to Ireland. If you don't, then I really understand why you didn't come back, because really, to be honest, if you wanted to live in this country, you have to break your arm to really live in it. That's the truth. You have to break your arm, to be honest, because especially in the big urban cities, and even in the small counties of Ireland, you have to pay lots of money for it. Like even Cavan's no strategic value to any place. Cavan Town, I understand why in Cavan Town would be a lot, but I really can't see any other places like up in Kingscourt and Ballyconnor and Ballygym stuff and all. I don't really see any strategic point of putting prices up like that. But the lowest prices in the country, as one person said to me, and I said one time in the news, is Leitrim and kind of Sligo. I don't know why. Somebody said to me they're pretty low, especially around near Carrick and Shannon. Around Carrick and Shannon, they said it's very cheap around there. I don't know why. But I think it's all to do with crime too, because there is some kind of thing going on down there. I don't know what's going on. I never heard anybody talk about it, but I think so. Because I remember one person saying to me last year, but I don't remember what they really said about it. And it's a long time since I've been in Leitrim. I never made the journey up there in a while. Last time I was up in Leitrim was about 3 years ago. I don't know what I'm talking about. I was in Leitrim last. I'm talking about property prices. But to be honest, the first thing that I would do if I was going to buy a house in the morning or rent the house, well, rent is not too bad. As I said, 17,000, you'd be paying 130,000 to get a house in Dublin up front. You know what I'm saying? like I would just go to some other country and build yourself up, and then if you wish to come back to Ireland, though, you're probably better off going to Australia or New Zealand. I know I hate saying it, but it's really the truth, because this country's just getting worse and worse with houses, with an absolute ridiculous housing crisis, which I don't know how the government can't get their heads around it. I don't know what kind of government we have that can't get their heads around it. I don't know how countries with the same size population those can put everybody in their houses and feed them, and it's ridiculous. Like, we have 4 million people in our island and we can't even feed them, we can't even house them, we can't even cut down prices of houses. Like, it's ridiculous, Wednesday. Anyway, thank you for watching. I just want to say to anybody who is forced to buy, that's only advice I give you, is just to go to another country. Just save up and try and get a ticket to some country. Any country is better than Ireland at the moment in time, because literally, if you're going to be a nurse or anything, it's better off going to the Middle East, or a teacher, better off going to the Middle East or Nordic countries or Scandinavian countries. That's the best way to call them. Because Ireland is ridiculously bad for their money, and really there's no jobs in Ireland that can really give you that boost except you become a politician. That's the only thing, because they get all the money, as we all know. Yeah, it is really hard for first time buyers, I know. Because I see a good lot of people trying to fight and pattern about this, but I suppose what can we do? That's the truth, because it's just bad policies. That's really it at the end of the day. It's bad policies for the government that's just literally not able to get their shit together, and that's really the only thing. Thank you for watching, subscribe for more, and bye.